Hey, how you guys doing? This is Jari back again with another video. I want to talk about Red Dead Redemption 2. Almost couldn't remember the name. Red Dead Redemption 2. It was announced, I think, the same day as the Nintendo Switch, and I think just got completely ate up by the news of the Nintendo Switch. So, not a lot of people were talking about it, but it's gonna be a huge game. I want to talk about it for a second. I think it's gonna be a prequel because they have John Marston in there. They have a lot of his old gang, or actually his whole gang is like seven people on the little uh the picture, the art um that they showed for it. And so I think it's like John Marston is on the very left, and then there's two more characters that are recognizable from the first Red Dead Redemption, and so that's gonna be pretty cool. I think it's a prequel about his old gang before the events of Red Dead Redemption. Why it's called Red Dead Redemption 2 when it's a prequel? I hate when they do that. But I personally think it should be called like something like Red Dead Rampage or something like that, because there's a scene where they're all riding on these horses and they have their scars over their faces, and they got guns out, and they're riding, and it's cool. And it just seems like they're about to do battle, or they just got finished battling or something. They just robbed something and they're getting away, still got the guns out. So I think that would have been a cool name for a Red Dead Rampage. It would have been a really cool name for it. But Red Dead Redemption 2, just to let people know that, hey, this is a sequel to the game that you love from 2010. Um, I guess we just have to deal with it. I'm cool with it. I'll live. Uh, I guess it's set in the Heartland, and I think that they're gonna continue to keep that vague. The Heartland. At first, the Heartland, I was thinking like Kansas or something like that. But then when you see the graphics, when they show the images of the game in the video, you see too many mountains, too many hills. I don't think Kansas has any of that. So, because when I think of the Heartland, I think of Kansas for some reason. I think because my wife is from Kansas. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know what is Missouri. I don't know what else is around Kansas, but all those flyover states. But yeah, somewhere in there, I'm assuming somewhere that has mountains and hills and stuff. But the graphics, man, when I first saw them, I thought that it was going to be, well, I thought that the graphics were CGI for a second. Like I wasn't really paying too much attention. I was like, oh man, this looks really good. It's the lighting. The lighting looks really good. And it makes everything look solid. It's like really good lighting. So that's what made me think initially that it was just like a CGI render cutscene or whatever. But they don't do that anymore, really. Developers really don't mess with CGI too much anymore. Everything we see nowadays is straight up in game, like how Metal Gear always did it. So yeah, I saw those cows and they look kind of, So I was like, nah, that looks like a game. And I looked at the video again. I was like, yeah, this whole thing is a game, is the actual game. So I'm excited about Red Dead 2. I I I both loved and hated how the first one, or should I say the second one, Red Dead Redemption. I loved and hated how that one turned out. But the whole game was great. It was amazing. So man, I'm so excited for Red Dead Redemption 2. And it says coming out fall of 2017, next year. So it's gonna be on. It's gonna have online and all that stuff. I guess you can hook up with your buddies and be in a gang or something. I don't know. We'll see. I think, or maybe that's how the first one was. I don't know. But all right. See you guys. Thanks for listening.